Hey everyone, it's me, Hallease, endeavoring to persevere as always. If you're new here, I make videos about my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow, social media, blah, blah, blah. So my last natural deodorant video, so many of you came in clutch in the comments and were like, yo, check out LONE Deodorant. I live by it, I die by it, I'm here for it. And I was like, okay, fine. So I went ahead and purchased it, and in this video I'm going to review LONE's unscented deodorant versus Lume and let y'all know my thoughts. So getting right into it, I feel like there are a few caveats that I have to just mention in this video, comparing LONE Deodorant to Lume and sort of the lens I'm coming from. First off, again, about me, I have hyperhidrosis, which basically just means I sweat excessively, and I sweat like I be out here sweating, just moist. I'm just a moist person. In the summertime, to sort of combat that, I usually end up using an antiperspirant along with a natural deodorant. And that's just the life I have to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just who I gotta be to function in the world. But as we begin to move into fall and winter, I definitely calm down a lot with the antiperspirants because it's cooler and your body just is cooler. So I don't personally usually need to use too much of an antiperspirant anymore. Only when I'm gonna be in stressful situations, a meeting or I'm on set, then I'll bust out my antiperspirant again and kind of prep for that. But for the most part, as we move into fall and winter, I mostly just stick to natural deodorants 100% of the time. So if you're someone with hyperhidrosis, keep in mind that it's starting to cool off here in Texas. And so that's the lens I'm looking at this deodorant through. So all that being said, LONE Deodorant, let's get into it. Again, it's the fall, it's cooler. So I wish I had gotten to trying this closer to the summer. I think it's gonna warm up again. So maybe in the comments below, I'll let you know after I've tried it because we're still gonna get into the 80s here in San Antonio. But so far, I like this deodorant a lot, y'all. Like, what? It's got an interesting consistency. It's like lotion, but it's not at the same time. It's somewhere in between what you would expect of a lotion, you know, like an Aveeno or something. But then just like, for those of you who maybe use butters and creams, it's almost like it's in between those two things when it comes to consistency. It is a little sticky, and that's something that with the Lume I didn't really get. The Lume wasn't too sticky. It was a dry finish. Whereas with LONE, it's a little sticky and it kind of lingers. Like I put it on this morning where it's 2:30 now when I'm filming this video in the afternoon, but I put it on this morning around 8 a.m. There's still an and it's a really mild stick. I don't think it's a deal breaker that it's sticky. It's not like epically sticky, but there is just a little, and at first I thought it was because, oh, well, maybe I'm using too much. And you know, with a lot of these natural deodorants, you don't want to overuse the product. A little goes a long way with a lot of this stuff, Lume too as well. And so I tried using a little bit less, but there's still, in order to get what I feel is good coverage of the product, you know, along my entire pit, I felt like I needed to put a little bit more. So there's just an ever so slight stick, ever so slight. That's my one con. But as far as consistency, it's somewhere in between a lotion and butter. You know, it's not quite as liquidy as a lotion. It's not like as thick as a butter. It's somewhere in that, it's in the in-between. You know what I'm saying? It's in the gray. So I got the unscented LONE deodorant. I did also buy the mint, but I'm not gonna comment on that because I gave it to my friend. A lot of y'all said you liked the mint one, and so I bought the mint and the unscented in order to sort of compare and contrast the two. For me, and this is another thing, I'm weird like this, I don't like that tingly sensation that mint and tea tree, things like that, peppermint can give on my pits. I don't like that, that's weird. And so when I tried the mint, it immediately gave me that tingle ting. I was like, no. I can't with that. I'm gonna be too biased. I'm coming into this at a deficit. It's just not the way I should be living my life. So I stuck with the unscented. But in regards to the mint, it smelled great. I mean, it smelled like mint. I was good with it. What I really actually like about this unscented is that it is very mild. Sometimes when you try some of these unscented brands, they just smell so strong of like clay or just whatever the ingredients are, you know? Because a lot of these sort of oils and clays and like natural cleansing agents that they put in them can have not a pungent smell, but just a very earthy smell that can take a while for it to dissipate. So I don't know what they did. I don't know what hoodoo voodoo they did with this one, but it is a very like non-intrusive natural clay kind of smell. I think a lot of that is probably because this deodorant is made out of dead sea salts. It is precipitated, what a word, dead sea salts in distilled water, unintrusive natural scent. And I find that for me, when I put it on, its unscentedness dissipates very quickly within like maybe 5 minutes, and I don't smell it anymore. I will also say by the end of the day, when I smell myself, this was actually really interesting for me to actually be able to like smell myself in a non-BOE kind of way by the end of the day, which I think if you're not used to that, that's gonna like throw you off. I feel like, I know for me personally, I use a lot of scented things, whether it be on my hair or you know, my perfume, all that kind of stuff. So it was interesting to again try with the Lume. I felt this as well, but just again to kind of start to experiment with just like, but what does Hallease just smell like without help? You know, and like, do I like that? You know, so this is like another step towards that, which I already kind of knew what I smelled like from Lume, but still, this was just another reminder of like, unscented stuff isn't bad. You know, I felt like when I received this, the packaging, it makes sense. I can tell that this is a sticker. It's a sticker, so I can't really easily peel off the packaging. This seems on par with sort of other deodorants I would find in, say, your local CVS or Walgreens. It's sturdy. The one thing I will say about these sort of natural, liquid adjacent natural deodorants that I've been trying lately, so the same kind of issues that I had with Lume, I definitely kind of find a little bit with LONE, again, more because of the product itself. I know Lume recently switched to using a tube instead of sort of a traditional deodorant packaging. And I think that makes a lot of sense. And I think LONE as well has switched to a tube style instead of this sort of, you know, twist up type thing, because the same kind of issues occur again where, and they even say this in the instructions, when you're opening the product, you know, twist it up a little bit and then make sure you twist it back down, or you're gonna end up with things sort of coming out and being within the top because, again, you kind of, like, this isn't the type of deodorant packaging where you can just throw this in your gym bag or throw this in your purse, because eventually if it's upside down too long, it is gonna begin to just carry down here, because again, it's a liquid adjacent situation. So gravity is not your friend with this packaging. One thing I do appreciate is that they did try to limit this as much as they could. You know, so there are slits here that you know, the product can come out of. And then in the top, I can tell that the slits that they use match these slits, and you can tell that they really do like fit into the slots to try to create a better seal to not let product leak out too much. But again, I would really recommend, if you're planning on wanting to use this deodorant for travel, gym bag, purse, that type of situation, look into the tube version. I didn't buy the tube version because I don't think they had it when I bought this available, or if they did, I just didn't see it on the website. If I keep using this, and after I finish this one, I'll definitely switch to a tube because I travel, I'm gone a lot, and so I just really don't want things spilling over. LONE deodorant without subscribing to anything is $9.95 for their unscented. So we get below $10. Of course, I think once you probably add shipping and tax and all that kind of stuff, that puts you over that $10 mark per product. I'm not sure, again, if the tube version is cheaper. If it is, I will put the price somewhere in the atmosphere. But I do appreciate that it's a little bit cheaper, you know? And again, when I ordered my product, they shipped it I didn't have any issues. They shipped it quickly. I got it on time. I can't complain about the ordering process. But the same with Lume. When I ordered my product from Lume, they shipped it in a great amount of time. Everything processed quickly. I wasn't upset by anything. The process was convenient in regards to shopping online. It's actually hard to compare these two, because even though they are two products trying to offer this a similar service, a similar good, if you will, they are different. The thing I like about Lume is that, you can technically use the product anywhere on your body. So I really like that about it, and I really did appreciate that, because I do sweat around my nether regions, as I said before. I be sweating around my boobies. So I do like that Lume, you can put it along your bikini line, and they advertise that. LONE Deodorant, as far as I could see on the website, if I see something after while editing this video, I'll put it in the atmosphere. But LONE Deodorant doesn't push that you can use it anywhere on your body. It seems they really focus on the fact that it's a deodorant for your underarms. All that being said, I did try it along my bikini line just to see, could I be living with it? And the same kind of thing again happened. It's a little sticky. And so I found that if I put it on like after the getting out the shower, etc., and then just kind of let myself air dry for a minute before putting on my underwear, that helped with the stickiness, and that kind of made it almost go away. All that being said, though, once again, LONE doesn't advertise that you can use their product anywhere on your body. I just did it, and I just lived my life on the edge like that. So there. If you're looking for something that can double up and be a multi-use adjacent type product for you, then I would say go with Lume. And I think maybe that's what the price difference is about, is offering that multi-purpose full body usage. Whereas if you're like, I don't have hyperhidrosis, I don't really sweat too much, I don't really much be stinking actually that much, I just want to like be on my best natural grind, if you will, then hit up LONE. You'll probably like it. I appreciate that their unscented again is very mild, and the price, I like that the price is less because I'm cheap. So that's just who I am. If you've made it this far in the video, obviously there's something about me that you're jiving with. So again, subscribe, follow social media, y'all know. In the comments below, let me know what next natural deodorant I should try. Should I try Native? Everyone's talking about Native, and I'm just like, just because everybody talking about it, is it really that hype? Is it really that hype though? In the comments below, let me know. If you want to check out my full Lume review video, check it out here. It's right here in the atmosphere. You're welcome. And then also check out this video because YouTube seems to think you'll like it. So, check it out. I'm Hallease.